Good morning, guys. Day 2, Sema here. Yeah, day 1 was great. Had a ton of fun. We explored the West Hall, and today I am going to trek over to the Central Hall. That is the biggest building. It's also where the Powersports stuff is, so we'll see some cool side-by-side builds and stuff like that. So I'm going to head on over there. I'm going to take that Tesla tunnel thing, and we're going to spend the day there. That's also where I believe like the Hoonigan setup is for drifting and stuff like that. So hopefully we can get some content of some of the drift action and check out one of those shows. I got some great shots yesterday of the Burnout competitions. So hoping today we can get some other action to mix in between all the cool products and machines that we check out. So stay tuned, tons of interesting stuff heading your way. And I'm really looking forward to exploring what we have to see. This is that Tesla loop thing. So you just hop on a Tesla and they take you through this tunnel. And you guys would have seen that the first day we were here. And then it takes you out to all the different halls. Okay, we just got out of the Tesla, out of the Vegas loop here. And we're gonna go up the escalator to the Central Hall. We are at the Hoosier Racing Tire booth here. And we have spotted our first side-by-side. We got a Maverick R on some really cool Hoosier tires I didn't know existed, to be honest with you. I had no clue. Nemesis X, those look sweet. Definitely more of like a short course tire or a hard pack tire. But if it's coming from Hoosier, you know it's probably pretty good. So this thing looks like it's pretty much stock. It's just got wheels and tires on it. Obviously the wrap and a few other accents, but nothing too crazy as far as the build goes. It's still pretty cool. Check out that tire. Nice. It can be interesting to hear more about these. So here's the breakdown of that new tire. For all you RC guys, these RC vehicles have gone so far over the years. What a huge, huge industry they've made out of these. They're like real cars now. So much going on here. Okay, we've made it to the Rocky Mountain ATV MC booth here. This is the Powersports and utility vehicle section. So let's go check out what's going on here. You guys know I've worked with Rocky Mountain ATV MC over the years. They were always super friendly to me and supportive. So let's check out their booth. Got a KRX on terabytes here on the Tusk feedlock wheels with the Tusk enclosure and roof rack, light bars, Tusk windshield, all the Tusk goodies. That is the private label brand of Rocky Mountain ATV MC if you're not aware. The Tusk cargo barricade, belt holders, everything, whips, all that stuff. Cool looking machine. You guys know I've run the Tusk Megabyte tires for quite a few sets, quite a few seasons now, and I think they're an all-around great tire, especially at the price point. Next to them, we got the Garmin booth. Looks like we got a Razor 4-seater on display here. Doesn't look like it's too built or anything, more or less pretty much stock. I just got a new Garmin unit for the Battle Wagon, the Tread series, so I'm pumped to start using that more. It looks like we got another machine over here, Razor 4-seater. It's a Pro Armor machine. So obviously it's got the Pro Armor wrap sitting on the Pro Armor wheels and tires. Pro Armor is owned by Polaris and has been for quite a few years, which is why you see a lot of their stuff online on the Polaris website and the dealerships and on the kitted out machines you get. Polaris actually owns quite a few different brands in the industry. It looks like they've got a TGB utility machine here. I'm not a huge fan of the TGBs personally, but there's a lot more vehicles coming into the market, and I guess they all serve a specific end user and purpose. I just feel that for this price point, there's a bunch more competition coming in the market, and some of them are outfitted much better. Look at these tires, guys. Scat Tracks. Wonder if these would work well on the Battle Wagon. Wouldn't that be hilarious if we put a set of those on there? I mean, we won't because we can't get them, but that's wild. This is like some hill climb sand buggy car thing. Look at those A-arms, steering linkage and suspension rods. That's wild. This Nissan is sick. First gen Skyline. It's like a 72, I think. I love these things. What an iconic car. Another side-by-side here, we got a Polaris Ranger and a bunch of audio stuff for the UTVs and B-Court. We've got the IMI booth here. If you guys haven't tried these cargo buckles, I have been using them for years. These things are the best. And now they've even got these like hidden ones. It's pretty sweet. These are definitely like expensive, but I've had a few sets of them for like coming on 5+ years mounted in my trailer, and they've always worked well. If you've been watching the channel for a long time, you would have seen them in the video. Manufactured by the same people that make the Click 6 harnesses and all the retractable harnesses in our machines. So if you've got retractable harnesses in your RZR, they've come from this company IMI here. So that's a Click 4, but you'd have the Click 6 in your RZR or a similar product, and they're available for Can-Am and a variety of other applications. Super cool brand. And these guys actually even do like collision and crash testing for other industries. I think they work in military. Super, super quality products. Premium price, but a premium product. No affiliation, just sharing my opinion. Wow, look at this beast. What a crazy, crazy, crazy build. This is wild. Freaking insane. Talk about beast status. Look at that, rear steer on there, airbags. What an interesting build. What the heck? It's electric. That's wild. Everything's going electric now. That looks like a Cummins in there. Hybrid diesel electric, I guess, I don't know. We are at the TMI booth now. I'm not familiar with TMI, but looks like TMI has an off-road division. We got a RZR Pro R here that's built up. Tires, wheels, windshield, cage, interior, all the seats. Typical, the RZR door does not close. Ignore the open door, it's a RZR thing. I believe the bumpers are made by TMI. I think the windshield might be too. Not sure about the lighting. Similar design to something you'd see on a Baja Designs, but it's not. Shock sabers on the back there. Whoa, these things are pretty cool. Look at that big rig. We're at the Lincoln Electric booth. Check that out. That paint job is nice. What a sweet welder. We are at the Baja Designs booth here. Look at this thing, holy crap. Look at all the floors. Wow. All these panels just come off. King shocks. What a sweet build. Lamborghini engine. Okay, wasn't expecting that with twin turbos. This thing's wild. You guys know I've been running some Baja Designs lights on the Battle Wagon for quite a few years now. They're a wicked product. They're definitely premium price, but they are premium grade products. One of those things you get what you pay for. Look at that, wow. So let's keep walking here. I'm just kind of exploring. I'm trying to hunt down all the Powersports related stuff and brands. I mean, there's not a ton of it here, like I mentioned earlier, but there's a lot of crossover in various markets. Later, we'll go outside and check some stuff out, and hopefully there's some other interesting things out there. I saw some Razors parked on like truck ramps and stuff like that, so I'm sure there's a lot more ahead here. Some of these booths are freaking crazy. They're huge. The amount of time and money and planning they put into this stuff. You can see where their marketing budgets are going. Lots of people down all the aisles. What a busy, cool show. The show's been great so far. Seeing a lot of neat stuff. What a well-planned event. Honestly, I knew this would be the best show I've ever seen. It's just ruined it for everything, because now this is all I'm gonna wanna go to every year. It's gonna be hard to go back to some of the local shows after this. Ultra 4 buggy over here.
You're really gonna get it.
Sweet buggy. Here at the S&B booth now. I've been wanting to get an S&B particle separator for the Razor for quite a few years now. I keep putting it off, but I think I'm gonna have to get one. Okay, we are outside now, outside of the central hall. The first drift event of the day just finished. I wasn't paying attention to the schedule. So we're gonna get back out there later in the day, 3 to 4 o'clock. We'll catch that on video, but for now, let's check out some of these cars outside. The weather's really nice now. So let's see what they've got here. There is a ton of wicked cars and trucks here. You just can't see them all. But let's go check out some of these side-by-sides. There's a 4-seater up here and a 2-seater up there. How's that for a side-by-side? Nice paint job. The original dune buggy. Tow Smart UTV racks. That's cool up there. I wonder how that thing drives with that side-by-side up there. Sweet looking setup. Look at that thing. Holy cow. That's a clean side-by-side and a clean truck. That's a pretty cool jack right there. Sweet. That's an interesting bumper. Got an ATV on the back. The whole thing's bed linered. I've seen these wheels or these tires everywhere. These military style Continentals. They've been on a lot of builds. That's pretty low. This thing is sweet looking too. It's a Willys, a 51, I think. Look at this thing, the Rad Factory. This thing's got skis and tracks on it. That's wild. Camzo tracks on the back. Full customer suspension, obviously, by the looks of it. Pretty cool Miata. Looks like someone molested this Humvee. Look at the front wheels, all cambered out. And then the rear steer. That's pretty cool. Let's see what's in it. Oh, a bunch of speakers, a bunch of air ride. That's neat. Cool Jeep build here. Looks like it's an old YJ. Oh yeah, a little different than the YJ I had. That was my first car actually. Jeep YJ. What a sweet machine. Wheels, tires. Look at that suspension, those sway bars. Shocks. Everything looks so nice and clean. Cool rear bucket or rear bench. PRP seats, obviously, super nice. Looks like alligator skin or something. Same with the dash. Big V8. What's not to love? This thing would be a ton of fun to get dirty. That's what I want to do in it. Pretty sweet though. Wow, look at this thing. It's got those same, oh no, these are Michelin military style tires, not the Continentals this time. Very similar look. What a beast. That's wild. So cool. Probably need a can of tire shine per tire. Oh, this thing's pretty cool. Movable hoist, that's neat. I made it to the Maxxis booth here, which is pretty cool because obviously they've got some side-by-sides. Really cool Jeep. Looks like we got a Kawasaki KRX from Maxxis here. These are the new Carnivores. This is the Carnivore RT. So it's not like the original Maxxis Carnivore you're used to. It's got a more aggressive, more spaced out, deeper lug pattern. None of us have tried these yet, but they look like they'd work pretty decent. I don't know how well they do on rock terrain though. There's a lot of open space between those lugs, but in the loose stuff they look like they'd hook up good. Got the seal savers on there. Cool seats, HSPs. Not really familiar with those, but they look pretty cool. You got a particle separator up there, KWT. Not sure what they're using this thing for, what it's built for. Ooh, but that's what I'm talking about right here. The Maverick R. Nice. Oh, I love these things. This thing's got the nice big GPS in it. The shock reservoirs are mounted on the bar there for the roll cage. I don't really know if I like that. Looks like it would get in your way, but it's cool looking. Look at that clearance between the tire and the control arm. I'm sure you guys recognize these tires. These are the Roxillas. Very, very popular tire in our world. This thing is sweet. I love the way it looks. Can't wait to try one of these. Just talking to some guys about this thing. Everyone always comments on the suspension looking so weird, but it works. CT Raceworks radius rods. Look at those Swavar end links. That's crazy. They're adjustable setup on here. Wide open straight pipe exhaust. Looks like they got two more race machines over here. Razor and a Can-Am. This thing's sweet. I love these bash bars. Look at that big single Baja Designs light on the front there. This one's running the Maxxis Razor XT tires. This is a Pro R. Pretty cool setup. And then next to it is there's another Maverick R, like the one we've seen over there. Nacho lights. I wonder if they come with cheese. This one's also got the Razor XT tires on it. Pretty cool setup. These race setups are sweet. Look at that. Rad back there. Rad relocate on that one too. Spare tire in the back. Cool setup. This thing's pretty cool. Look at that. Look at that powder coat. That's sweet.
So he gave us the book, my son, very six, and got Legion in the right place. And it's great. But I appreciate that you're a kid in the community outside of this booth, and it's just.
We're going back to the future. case your automotive addiction isn't bad enough, you can get yourself another one while you're here. That is so cool. Neat. A little 4x4 Suzuki, and they put tracks on it. That's awesome. They're like side-by-side tracks off like a Razor or a Maverick or something probably. I don't know, I'm just guessing. They might not be. They might be specific to this. I don't know if more people do this. It's pretty cool. I'd cruise in this thing for sure. I think we have a Z10 here. I've been wanting to see one of these. This is the first time I'm seeing one of these in person. Sweet. Cool. Well, I'm sure this is something a lot of you guys want to see. These haven't dropped in Canada yet. Oh, the fuel's up here. Cool. Let's do a little walk around. Fox shocks, live valve. That's pretty sick. That box style arm like you see on the OEM Turbo Rs and the Pro Rs. Even this guy's checking it out. Yeah, look at him. So obviously this is the Z10-4. So the radiator is in the back on these things. Looks like they got dual fans in there. They got dual rear radius rods set up on these. And it's actually interesting, they've got a telescoping or a sliding axle shaft right there, you can see. This was first seen on the Arctic Cat XX models quite a few years back. It's interesting they went to this design. That's pretty cool. These are turbocharged 3 cylinders, if you didn't know that already. They are non-intercooled, so they don't have an intercooler in there. I'm assuming that stuff's gonna come next year. They're probably gonna give you an intercooler and add a few ponies. Rear suspension geometry and angles look more similar to an X3 setup, that pretty much perfectly straight rear shock. But yeah, this machine's looking really, really fine.
And also a lot of trucks.
Okay, so I got a little distracted talking to some people. Some viewers swung by and saw me by the CF Moto of all places. So it's cool to chat with some people that watch the videos, and also spoke with some people in the industry about the CF Moto. So let me know what you guys think of this. I think it's a pretty cool setup, and I think it's gonna be an interesting model to watch and pay attention to. This thing's awesome. It's one of the K9 builds. I've been wanting to see one of these in person for a while. Pumped it's here. All the stuff they build is just so sweet and top notch. Look at the attention to detail. That is awesome.
Don't tell me you did it. Now.
Stuck him in the back. I'm gonna go get rolling. Oh man, that's awesome.
We are just getting ready here for the drift event. So that's gonna be pretty cool. The Burnout competition yesterday was pretty sick, so I'm hoping today we get some good action shots here of these guys. Not really much space here as far as the tarmac goes, but I'm sure they can still have some fun. So let's wait and see what this show's got in store for us. that was pretty sweet.
All right, about to bet on black, baby.
Can't hate on the tire
Right.
smoke and the horsepower,
Dude,
the
it's not even
drifting.
smile.
We're gonna
Shotgun
go back
again.
now to the main
What's the
bull light
red
booth.
shotgun?
It's quite a trek to get there. That sums up our day 2 at the SEMA Show 2024. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed exploring the show with me. As I mentioned earlier, there is so much awesome stuff to see here, and I could only cover a fraction of it. So if you make it out to the show yourself, there will be so much more to see than what you saw on the video here today. If you haven't done so already, then please subscribe to the channel, follow us on Facebook and on Instagram, and check out some of our other content, trail riding, shop videos, as well as adventures like this show and many other cool things related to power sports and motorsports. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next video.